The lights come on as the revs rise for race number 1 here at Alsace in France. We are racing and we're underway for race 1 here in France. It's a strong start from the second row starter of Rick Debray. He looks to the inside, but he's not quite able to do it into turn number 1. Tyler Davison leads the way in his Renault Megane. It is two Genesis drivers right up behind him. It's Debray, then Driscoll, followed by the second of the Renaults in Adam Liu. They charge their way out of the first corner for the first time here today, and now into the long stretch towards the hairpin. A critical overtaking point of this lap, but also plenty of risk in making moves or even just trying to stay out of the way here in this corner. As you see Driscoll down the inside of Debray, they're going to be free wide. Their dampers are going to be off wide. Is he going to be able to stay on the road? He is. It is Driscoll up into second spot. The Genesis drivers swap positions there. Matthew Lilly having to get up into the mix as well here, as Debray losing lots and lots of positions now at this point in time. So the Genesis battle for second is swapped. It was Driscoll versus Debray, now it's Driscoll versus Lilly, as there we see Sandeva in the mix as well in 6th position at the moment. Thomas Pierpont running in 7th with Richardson just up behind him for now, but they're alongside each other now. They head into the downhill hairpin, or quite a long corner, tightens up on exit, and you can see that's caught out Matthew Lilly. He's gone wide from second position. That's going to drop him back down into 4th spot now, and that is Adam Liu up into a podium position here. All the while, Tyler Davison in his hard compound tyres is absolutely loving life. He's pulling away out front here, whilst the rest of the pack just cannot get themselves sorted out. As now we see Pierpont and Richardson once again battling it out here. Mazda versus Nissan, two Japanese car manufacturers doing battle here. As we see further up the order, an Italian car manufacturer in Alfa Romeo making the move on Matthew Lilly, but Lilly is fighting it back down the inside there. Sandeva on the outside as Driscoll goes wide further up the road. Also got Mills, Seb Mills and Jackson Turner in the wall further down the field. Chaos on the opening lap here, but at the head of the field it is pretty single file until we get here. Huge contact there. Sandeva wipes out a couple of drivers in the braking zone for the penultimate corner there. That is going to open up the road for plenty of drivers who had not necessarily a very good start, now finally find themselves back up the order. Incredible opening lap here, but now on lap number 2 it is going to be a battle for second place between Matthew Lilly and Adam Liu, who slides his Renault out of there, keeps it under control but will lose that position. Briefly a Renault 1-2, but that's switched up again here as rookie Aston Lewis running 4th place at the moment in his first race in the series, and Lexus making their debut in the series as well, but it's not going too well there as he runs a little bit wide. Now I'll open the door up for Thomas Pierpont, who quickly moves up into the 4th position there. Is a position gain for the Nissan Silvia, a car looking to try and make its way up the car championship standings, although only one driver for them this season, as we see another moment Driscoll going wide. And now again Aston Lewis feeling the need to go defensive here. This time it's Rick Debray attacking him around the outside. Aston Lewis on the inside line, it'll switch to the outside, and that's a risky place to be in the final corner, and he backs out of the move. But Debray a little bit deep there could open up the door, as we've got a battle for the lead on here. It's Matthew Lilly to the inside on his soft compound tyres. He is gonna take the lead away from Tyler Davison, but Davison with a little bit of contact there fights back and takes the lead away once more. The top two doing battle will be good news for the likes of Adam Liu and Thomas Pierpont as they look to try and get back into this fight for victory. As we see Lilly all the way around the outside, the Beans machine is trying to retake that position down the inside of turn number 3, I should say. And it is going to be Matthew Lilly that gets the move done. But again, Davison is not willing to give this position up here. Looking around the outside, this high-speed left-hander very close to being flat out, especially when you're on those soft tyres in qualifying, but in race trim it's going to be trickier. And now into the next 90-degree right-hander here, it is Davison firing his car down the inside, but Matthew Lilly with the exit looks like he's going to maintain his car alongside with that Renault, and you can see the gap behind has vanished. Adam Liu is in this fight. Davison leads the way off of the downhill hairpin and towards the banking, off the banking and into this very tricky braking zone. Curved to the left and then hard to the right, and is going to be free wide for the lead of the race. It is Matthew Lilly on the inside now as they head into this next uphill left-hander, and it will be the lead for Matthew Lilly. Davison drops back into second, or will that be third as his teammate now looks to try and make that position as well. as they head in to the final couple of corners. We're only just halfway through this race. Matthew Lilley defending as hard as he can against Davison, who sends it to the inside, and he will take that position back. That is Adam Liu into second now. Again, he has a brief look around the outside of his teammate. Oh, and that's Pierpont into the wall in the battle for the final place on the podium. It is really kicking off here, and we have it once again at the front. This time, Matthew Lilley to the inside. Very late on the brakes here on the penultimate lap of this race now. These drivers know they have to get a move on. They cannot hold position much longer, or they will be stuck there until the very end. And you can see this battle for second really demonstrating that, as Adam Liu will fight back around the outside of Matthew Lilley. Now on the final lap, they're side by side off the corner though. All the while, Tyler Davison on his hard compound tyres is pulling away out front, and is looking set to take another victory in this series, as there's a little bit of contact perhaps there between those two drivers battling out for position, as Thomas Pierpont now sticks his nose into the inside of Adam Liu. Through the banking they will go. A brilliant corner on this racetrack, and they single file out briefly. Liu looking back to the inside of Pierpont. Will he have the momentum off the corner though? Lilley just trying to hold on to his position with every last bit of grip he's got in his soft tyres. It is going to be Pierpont, which is on the inside for the left-hander, outside for the right-hander. That's not where you want to be. Liu just parking it on the inside of the corner. He's going to get the exit he needs. Can he get to the outside now of Matthew Lilley? He's going to try and carry some momentum up the hill. Will he be able to do it? We'll have to wait and see, because Tyler Davison wins race number 1 here at Alsace. It's going to be a battle all the way to the line, with Matthew Lilley taking second and Thomas Pierpont third. Can Davison make it back-to-back wins on the hard compound tyres, as we are racing and we're underway for race number 2 here in France? It's a strong start again from that Renault Megane. It gets off the line brilliantly, even better arguably than some of the four-wheel drive cars in the field, which is quite a surprise. But you can see immediately as they go through that first corner, the medium tyres on Matthew Lilley's car providing a little bit more grip there, as Adam Liu and Thomas Pierpont once again battling it out for that third position. It is a bit like deja vu in this race so far. There's a bit of contact there between the leading duo. It is Davison with the inside line though into the hairpin. He's going to run Matthew Lilley a little bit wide there. That could open the door for some drivers behind. He's got a slow moving Rick Debray on the inside. He's got some problems at the back of the pack. That's really caused a bit of a mix-up in the mid-pack as well there, and Debray going slowly with some sort of issue there. He is out of the fight for the top positions in this one now, as we've got a three-wide battle here. Morgan Hitchings battling away with Turner, as ahead of them we've got Richardson versus Seb Mills there, and again Hitchings does get that move done on Turner, is at the head of the field. We're side by side again, and you'll never guess who with. It is Davison versus Lilley once more, and now Pierpont sticks his car down the inside. He caught that lead battle a bit too late in race 1, did Pierpont, to really get involved in the fight for the win. But with a podium in the first race, can he go even better in this one? As you see Matthew Lilley just holding that inside line. He will maintain second position for now, but look at the run off that corner. Real momentum part of this racetrack before the sudden stop of this tight left-right part of the racetrack. You can see Matthew Lilley with the inside line. Adam Liu trying to carry speed around the outside, but he goes a little bit too wide there, out into the marbles. That will hand Lilley second place, as now Driscoll is making an appearance for the first time in this event. He's on medium tyres for this one, and he's already fighting away for that final step on the podium down the inside of the penultimate corner. A bit of aggression there, and Adam Liu serves it right back to him. It's Liu that holds on for now, as the top two are single filed out. In fact, the top three are. We have to wait for the battle now for fourth position. Pierpont in that fight. Adam Richardson as well making an appearance in this battle for the first time as well today, as they make their way off of turn number 1 on lap 2. A little bit of contact there between the drivers. It is Driscoll on the tail of Pierpont. Pierpont doing all he can to try and cover off that Genesis driver for now, but we've got a huge send for the lead there. Adam Liu has sent it for the lead of the race on his teammate, no less, and he does take that position away, but immediately Matthew Lilley trying to take advantage here, and Matthew looking to try and go all the way around the outside, just not enough grip out there to pull that move off. As behind we've got four drivers battling all over the same part of the racetrack here. It's Seb Mills looking for the inside line, not quite able to find it on Adam Richardson, but he does get up into 5th spot now, looking for a strong drive for the Ferrari man. He is going to hold on to that position just for now, as Driscoll and Pierpont are all over his rear bumper here. Pierpont to the inside, not quite able to get an overlap there, and it is going to be Driscoll back up in to 6th position ahead of Pierpont. And this group of drivers looks set to battle all the way to the line as Davison squeezed onto the grass. He pushes Lilly wide, and that's going to open the door once again for Liu. Liu really just letting these two go at it at the moment and letting him work it out for himself as they come up the hill once more. It's a Renault Megane 1-2, but they really aren't working together that much as we have seen so far in this event. It is Davison who leads the way. Will Liu look to the inside? No, not quite close enough to make anything happen there. Davison leads the way though ahead of Liu, and then Lilly. The battling at the front looks non-stop, and it proves to be just that, as into turn number 1 around the outside. Liu trying to make something happen here. He is on the soft tyres for this race, not quite able to get the move done there though. He slots back in behind as Driscoll does a bit of off-roading in the background as well there. Four-wheel drive Genesis though, I'm sure he'll have no issue keeping it in the right direction as Davison looks to try and take this position back away from his rival. And look at Lilly sticking it free wide. That's going to get tight on exit. Liu way wide, sliding through the grass. He holds it with an incredible save there. Lovely stuff. But he does lose a lot of time and some positions there. That now invites Adam Richardson into this lead group as well. Richardson on his medium tyres for this race, and he is doing a brilliant job to be in this battle at the front after a relatively quiet opening race for the driver for Mazda as they head down into the downhill hairpin once more. Davison leads, and it's a battle for second now, and that battle is over quickly as Richardson gets the move done nice and easily. That also opened the door for Pierpont to get around to the inside and now the outside of Matthew Lilly. Through the bank they go. This is ample opportunity to try and make some moves part through here, and you can see Pierpont does just that around the outside. But look, that's opened the door for Liu to get involved in the battle as well. He slots in just between those two, and after his big moment earlier in the lap, is starting to catch his breath again, it seems, and find his rhythm once again, as we see Pierpont making the move to get into second position now in this race. Pierpont is on his soft tyres for this event, so he is trying to get as much as he possibly can from this race in particular there, as Matthew Lilly looks like he might have got squeezed into the wall ever so slightly there off of the banking. But we've got a battle between the two Adams here. Liu ahead of Richardson for now at least, as the battle for the lead kicks off once more. And we see Davison having to go defensive into the final couple of corners, but Pierpont, with far superior grip, is able to make that move and take the position. It is lead of the race for Nissan Silvia. Can they take their first win in the series? Pierpont is in position to do just that at the moment, but he has to manage his tyres all the way to the line here, because those softs will start to fade in the final couple of laps. Driscoll, meanwhile, side by side with his teammate Matthew Lilly, and now we see at the front of the field once more Pierpont trying to cover off his rival Tyler Davison into turn number 1. Davison braking as late as he can, going to try and carry some momentum off the corner there as Pierpont leads. A little bit of oversteer there, and Davison off the road through the grass, and he's going to keep his foot in it and take the lead of this race. Wow, that's a controversial move from Tyler Davison, but he will take that lead away from Thomas Pierpont, albeit after doing a bit of lawn mowing out there on the exit of turn number 1. Now Driscoll getting involved in this fight as well. He moves into second spot, but look at that contact between this leading trio. Driscoll will take the lead away here, but Davison with the inside line through this next left-hander. That is the preferred line through here. That will also open the door for Pierpont as well in this three-way duel for victory. It's going to be Driscoll on the inside of Pierpont. Managed to get his car in that position, but look, immediately the exit from the Silvia is enough to draw him back alongside Davison. Just watching this in his mirrors at the moment, probably feeling quite lucky that he is being given this opportunity to try and drive away a little bit. But look at Driscoll being aggressive there on the brakes. But as they head in to the final couple of corners for the final time here, he has run out of time, and it's going to be Tyler Davison who wins back-to-back races here in Alsace. He wins race number 2 ahead of Driscoll, and Pierpont comes home in third for Nissan. Top 8 on the grid reversed after that one, and now we go racing for the third and final time today. We are racing and are underway for the final race here in Alsace. It's a strong start from Matthew Lilly, who sweeps into the lead of the race. Seb Mills from pole drops back into second position now, immediately feeling the pressure there from Adam Liu. Adam Richardson also in that group of drivers. but Matthew Lilley with a decent margin out front already. Davison stuck in the mid-pack in these early stages of the race. Can have his work cut out for him to make it 3 wins from 3. As they weave their way through turn 2 and into the hairpin of turn 3 for the first time here in this one. It's Richardson on the inside of Mills trying to get the exit he needs. That Mazda known for its good top speed, not necessarily for its acceleration here. The Ferrari though trying to make sure that he can't use that top speed by just keeping his car in the way there. Driscoll side by side with Davison once more, and Davison already up into the 4th position. This is his medium tyre race here, which due to his position in the championship and success in recent rounds is his best tyre for this event, so he has to make it count. Richardson in 2nd spot. They're going to go 3 wide potentially here. Davison not quite going to stick his nose in there. Seb Mills with his hazard lights flashing away. It is going to be him in 3rd spot for now. But you can see immediately Davison leaning on his door as we've got a side-by-side battle for the lead, and around the outside on the banking. Adam Richardson won his fair share of oval races in NASCAR GT, so he knows how to race on banked corners, and he displayed that finally there as he takes the lead away from Matthew Lilley. The soft tyres on that Mazda performing very well in this one so far. As all big slide from Seb Mills. Doors Davison off the road, and that's going to cost Davison a few spots there in behind his teammate as well there. Leaves him side by side with Scott Sandever in, and that makes all big contact there. Davison slams in to Sandever then into the wall, and that's going to cost them both a lot of positions here, and Davison looks like he's feeling a bit guilty for that one. He's going to drop to the rear of the field and allow Sandever back through up a position there. As we see here, the 2 HTM racing teammates sliding their way through the final couple of corners. Morgan Hitchings in 6th, Jackson Turner in 7th at the moment, with Dimitri Sotirakis right on their tail as well in this group of drivers. Sotirakis on the mediums for this race is up at the head of the field, battle for the podium once again. Seb Mills, Matthew Lilley and Ben Driscoll, all their battling is allowing Adam Richardson to just pull away at the front. As we see Sotirakis wheel to wheel there with the Suzuki of Jackson Turner. 2 front-wheel drive cars battling away, and the Mazda will get that position with the inside line in to the next corner. But it looks like he may have got a little bit deep there on those medium tyres. Can he hold on to it? Both of these drivers on mediums, but Sotirakis is in fact on the grass as he comes off of that corner. That will cost him time, as we see Morgan Hitchings going all the way around the outside. That's a bold move to make. That is not usually a part of the racetrack you can pass at, but he nearly does it there. He has to slot back in behind, but now looking to the inside, gets that one covered off as well here as he waits for his teammates' assistance once more. The 2 Genesis drivers battling out for 3rd place now. Matthew Lilley knocked a little bit wide there, way off of the line, and that is going to cost him into the downhill hairpin. Adam Lee on his outside, Morgan Hitchings to his bumper as well there. Matthew Lilley just holding on to that position for now, and this battle for 2nd place is really good news for Richardson in the lead. As we see Lilley trying to repass his teammate, not quite able to find the grip down low on the racetrack. He has to slot back in behind here as Driscoll looks for the inside on Seb Mills. That will become the outside into the braking zone. He has to drop back just as there's contact all the way through that group of drivers. Like a game of pool there, balls hitting into each other, but they all get through the corner just about safely. Seb Mills drops the place though. Ben Driscoll now with some clean air ahead of him. Can he reel in the race leader here? Seb Mills in 3rd, Morgan Hitchings now on his tail in 4th position. Turner then behind him as they head towards turn number 1 on lap number 3. It's Hitchings to the inside for a podium position here. Morgan has not had the best of seasons so far, but his steady improvement has found him now in a position where he could well come away from this race with a step on the rostrum. Turner follows him through up into 4th position there. And those two continue to race together on track as now Adam Liu is going to follow through on Seb Mills. Mills losing 3 positions in just a matter of corners there. As further back down the order, huge contact there. Scott Sandever drifting it out of that corner. Gets it back going in the right direction though, as those drivers fighting hard at the moment. As we see a battle here for the 5th position as Hitchings has lost that 3rd spot to his teammate. And meanwhile it's Seb Mills retaking that place on Adam Liu, with Matthew Lilley just on their tail. Lilley with his hard tyre race not quite going as well as his first 2, but still in a solid position, looking to take some good points away from this one. As we look once again at this battle for 5th, and Seb Mills slides it wide out of that corner, and that will cost him position to Liu. But will that lose him any more spots? Looks like it won't, because Davison and Lilly are battling their way down this extremely steep hill. You can see them door banging in to the final couple of corners here. Lilly sends it to the inside and sends Davison to the wall there. There's more contact as Debray gets involved. Sandevo watches on, as do Pierpont and Sotirakis as they head into turn 1. It looks like they have just about got themselves going in the right direction again now. Debray into 7th, Sandevo looking to take that spot away from Davison as well here, and he does on corner exit. Will he be able to get the spot from Debray as well? He looks like he can do that one too. The Alfa Romeo getting lovely drive off of turn number 1. Davison looking behind, trying to find a way past this battle with his medium tyres on. It is a shock that this is his worst race so far, but of course there's been a couple of incidents he's been caught up in already, and now in 7th spot he has his work cut out for him in this race. Oh, bit of a moment there from Thomas Pierpont in the background. Adam Richardson still leads this race, but he's now got Driscoll and Turner on his tail. Turner and Driscoll both on medium tyres compared to Richardson's fading softs, and you can see that his tyres just don't have the grip left in them anymore. Turner to the inside, Driscoll to the outside. We have a free wide battle for the lead. Turner takes the lead away from Richardson, and Driscoll looks set to take second away as well. And Richardson drops down to the bottom step of the podium. Driscoll looking to try and take the lead though, away from Turner into this right-hand hairpin, and it's going to be Driscoll that takes over at the head of the field ahead of Turner. Richardson just going to try and stay in touch with this top 2 now as they head uphill with just over a lap to go. The battle is on for race victory, and as they come down into the penultimate couple of corners, we've got a battle for 4th position. It's Morgan Hitchings looking for a career best finish versus Adam Liu on the outside. Liu carrying the speed all the way there, and Morgan Hitchings' soft tyres appear to be fading just like Richardson's, and he drops in to 5th spot, but can he fight back on the run up into turn number 1? He will have that inside line. Liu not able to cover that one off as they head into the apex. Hitchings hits it nicely, perhaps a little bit wider than he'd like to have been, but now it's all about drive off the corner, and that Renault is quite possibly the best when it comes to accelerating off the corners in this series. That's going to give him that position back up into 4th. Hitchings hanging on side by side in this battle. They battle their way through turn number 2, flat out through here, onto the brakes for turn 3. Who will get this move done? It looks like Liu's got it around the outside again. That traction's going to prove crucial, and he gets the power into the ground. He will do what he needs to do, is up at the head of the field, a change of the lead once more. Turner to the head as it's Driscoll slipping back into 2nd, and it's the Suzuki Swift with front wheel traction that leads us through the final few corners of this race. Driscoll looking to try and take that spot away from him, but as they head into the final corner, it's awfully close here. We could have a drag race to the line. Driscoll on the outside, Turner on the inside, but it's going to be Turner. It's going to be Suzuki that win for the first time this season. They do it in race 3 here in Alsace. What a duel for victory in the end there. Driscoll versus Turner. Following the event, there was some stewards' inquiries into the outcomes of the first 2 races. In the end, it was decided Tyler Davison had hit Matthew Lilly in race number 1. That has led to him losing that victory and dropping down to 2nd place. And that promotes Matthew Lilly to the race 1 victory, his 2nd win of the season. In race 2, Tyler also sadly lost that victory as well. His impressive pass in the grass on Thomas Pierpont for the lead of the race was deemed illegal by the stewards due to the fact that it happened off of the racing surface, and as a result, that 1 second penalty drops him down into 3rd spot, promoting Ben Driscoll to his first career victory in Global Group 4.